If I say we are giving up life to live life, what do you think? Let me break it down. Most of us stuck in a job. Some of us are miles away from home, cut off from the people who really love and care, and we are away from them for decades. Our educational and social construction trained us to get a job, go get a job. So breaking this mentality that was programmed into us is a challenge. Depending your whole existence on a monthly paycheck, spending the best time of the day stuck in a cubicle and missing out so much in life. For me, life is a one-time gig. You might believe in reincarnation or life after death. Maybe for you, this might be a simulation. Whatever it is, the real thing is now, the current experience. If it is not good, what's the point? People work their whole life for others, complaining, nagging every day. For some, this is how life is. Damn, that haunts me. I don't want to live like that anymore. I realize if I didn't take a risk and jump the ship, I'll be stuck here forever. This is how I prepare to leap out of the plane with no safety net, but only with a self-made parachute. Phase 1. This requires a lot of hard work, strength, tools, and the time that does not exist in this hectic routine. I'm telling you, be prepared to hustle. If you want things you don't have, you have to do things you never did. Step 1. Get a pocket notebook. Carry it with you everywhere. Write down all the reasons why you want to get out of this rut. What crushes your soul? How many birthdays? How many anniversaries you have missed? When you're not being able to be there with your loved ones when they needed you the most. Unplanned last-minute work calls in the weekends. Piling of work with unrealistic deadlines. Write them all. Everything that you feel like you're drowning. Because these are the things going to fuel your journey. Step 2. Decide what you want in life. What do you want to do with your life? Write them all. What are you good at? What are the things you love to do? This is very important because this decides the money flow. For an example, professionally I'm a graphic designer. At the same time, I can design and stitch clothes. And I love making videos like this. This improves my writing and expands my knowledge. Because for each subject, I read a book, I read articles, watch documentaries. The editing, animation, the whole production complements my profession as a graphic designer and improves my skills. Step 3. Set a time frame. How long you need to transform yourself. It won't be easy. It can be frustrating. This is where step 1 comes to play to keep you motivated. My time frame was 2 years. In that time, I paid off all the credits. I prepared myself mentally and physically. You can't physically destroy yourself preparing for this. You have to be fit because lots riding on you. And to improve psychologically, I started to read a lot. Audiobooks the way for me to go, if you're not a reader like me. In 2 years, I able to transform myself from stupid to not stupid. I didn't hesitate to explore and experiment. I tried everything I like. I tried to replicate what I like in the process of finding what I'm good at. You have to understand that you might not be talented, but you can develop a skill. So you have to dig deep. Don't be afraid to try. You cannot do great things from the get-go. We have to start somewhere. In the beginning, it will suck. Humiliation is part of it. The secret is keep hammering on the craft. I don't have any talent, but I'm trying to sharpen up a skill. Step 4. Make a plan. A weekend routine, a weekday routine. How are you going to allocate time for this preparation? The biggest hurdle will be finding the time. For us work rats, it's all about commute, work, eat, sleep, repeat. The leftover time spent on leisure. And if you look around, that's what the systems motivates us to do. And also, we set limits to ourselves. We believe this is the maximum we can get in life and there's nothing more to improve. So we tend to spend our time wasting. This is where every minute starts to have a value. I had to spend 13 hours for my day job. I have 1 hour break. And I had to reduce my sleep from 8 hours to 6 to 7 hours. So I have almost 5 hours left for myself. In that I spend at least 2 hours with my family. And I hit the gym 5 days a week. My day is always planned. It invigorates me when my plans are interrupted by the last minute work calls. I commute for 3 hours back and forth. I listen to audiobooks. While working, I listen to podcasts. In the lunch break, I write. And I try to put at least 10,000 steps while listening to audiobooks. By the way, I don't have breakfast or lunch. After I clock out at 6:30, I have to wait for my car lift till 7:20. In that time, I watch documentaries or try out a new skill. Then again, I continue my audiobooks while commuting. After that, I hit the gym at least for 1 hour. I became an information consuming machine, but I can't say I digested everything because English, not my first language. I just prefer it because there are a lot of materials in English, so it required extra work. I'm doing this for last 2 years. Now I'm all set to go back home from UAE to Sri Lanka. That will be phase 2. My friends and colleagues told me this is not a good idea, but they don't know what brings me joy. For freedom, I'm willing to take a chance. This is a well-calculated risk. I'm plotting my escape for years. I know their concerns come from a good place. The hardest thing is to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Now I'm confident and ready to give everything I got for myself. The idea of not being a sheep excites me. Step 5. Stick to the plan. No one cares or watching you. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone but yourself. So do what you have to do. People will judge you. They will brand you. They don't know what you're striving for. Even if they do, they won't understand. They don't know the work you put in. They will judge you from their level of understanding of the world. You must be destined to do great things. To find out, you have to get out. What triggered me to quit this rat race is my incompetence. I'm the reason for my struggle. Life was horrible. Since job is the only lifeline, you have to put up with all the bullshit in the workplace. For that, I realized I had to change. Then I did. I grew in confidence. Trust me, once you're in the groove, things will start to fall to your advantage. This is not new age mumbo jumbo. I think it's the positive attitude. Work hard for yourself so you can play as long as you want. Make life beautiful. You are the hero of your movie. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, you know what to do. Subscribe and share among your friends. Signing off, this is Z.